right, Tasteless, we are back, but more importantly, someone pointed out that apparently there are space laws. But here's the thing. There's no space police, Tasteless.
I know.
I can jaywalk right to the moon. Who's going to stop me? Who's going to give me a ticket?
Well, gravity will for one, but everything else, yes. You're correct, Tartosis.
What if I have magnet shoes and there's a metal bridge? Yeah, you didn't think of that.
Fine. No. I'm such an idiot.
No. How could you be so foolish?
Stupid, man. Oh.
And by the way, the tongue thing, apparently that's a taunt in Japan. It's like it's more childish, but it's like, you know how you were going like this?
Oh, this apparently
and like
is a
sticking your tongue out. It's like a taunt in Japan. It's not so much a middle finger. It's a taunt.
It's not like that or whatever.
No, you just
they're like blurred
some
out.
nerds
Like, really, guys? Seems like
I can't
do that on
believe
TV.
he did that.
No, I did that. And here's the thing: nobody cares. So we got a really exciting match coming up here.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't speak hamster, first of all. And then second of all, I think Leenock can beat MVP.
He can.
He absolutely can.
Didn't he knock MVP out of MLG? I think.
Wait, what?
I think he did.
I think maybe.
Because
dude, we've done too many tournaments back to back. But I want to say yes.
We're just gonna pretend he did.
He could have.
No, it was this guy.
How did he not know that?
Or maybe was it MC? It might have been MC. Whatever. One of
those M 2 to 3 letter names.
I can't remember right this minute. It's fine. So we're gonna have a quick little interview.
두 선수죠. 이동현 선수와 정종현 선수를 만나봤습니다. 네, 먼저 만나볼 선수가 이제 MLG에서 굉장히 좋은 성적을 가지고 돌아온 선수죠. 바로 이동현 선수입니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. FX 이동현입니다.
네, 이동현 선수 먼저 김학 선수가 떨어지게 됐어요. 네, 굉장히 마음이 아프시다고 그러는데 지금 마음 어떻습니까?
박수영이 진짜 떨어질 줄 몰랐는데 좀 떨어지게 돼서 아쉽고 이렇게 되니까 좀 제가 먼저 게임했으면 어땠을까.
I didn't expect my teammate Oz to fall out.
굉장히 아쉬워하고 있군요.
Surprise.
자, 이번에 만나볼 선수는 이동현 선수의 상대 바로 정종현 선수입니다. 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요. 테란이도 정종현입니다.
네, 지난 시즌 아쉽게 준우승에 머물렀었는데 이번에 3시즌 연속으로 또 이제 결승 무대에 올라갈 수 있는 가능성이 보여요. 네, 좀 남다를 것 같습니다.
우선 3시즌 연속으로 4강 온 것만으로도 너무 기분 좋고요. 이번에 기회를 잡아서 꼭 3시즌 잘하겠습니다.
네. 자, 그리고 두 선수의 경기가 이번 시즌 가장 손꼽히는
And if I win this will be the third straight season that I'm in the finals. I'm pumped.
이동현 선수 이번에 정종현 선수를 상대로 몇 대 몇 예상하시나요?
개인적으로 3대 0으로 이기고 싶은데 잘 될지 모르겠는데 3대 0으로 이기고 싶어요.
네, 살짝 정종현 선수가 노려보는 게 있었습니다.
I hope to beat him 3-0.
몇대 몇으로 이길 것 같습니까?
저는 한 3대 0이나 3대 1 정도 예상하고 있어요.
네, 알겠습니다. 어떻게 될지는 이 이후에 잠시
3-0, 3-1 for me with a win.
그럼 마지막으로 이제 팬들에게 보내는 각오 한마디 부탁드리겠습니다. 이동현 선수부터.
저그로 혼자 남게 됐는데 저그 유저 마지막 남은 저그 유저로서 최선을 다하는 모습 보여드리겠습니다.
자, 정종현 선수도
The only Zerg in the tournament, so I'm going to do my best.
네, 항상 응원해주셔서 감사드리고요. 저번에 준우승했는데 이번에는 꼭 결승 가서 우승하도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
네, 두 선수의 각오까지 잘 들어왔습니다. 이 두 선수 중 정준 선수의 상대가 될 선수는 어떤 선수가 될지 두 선수 바로 출발해 주시죠.
This is like the fastest interview we've ever done. This is like the speed run of interviews.
네,
이 경기를 준비하고 있는 이동현 선수와 정종현 선수의 인터뷰가 함께합니다. There's one question that we have to ask. Is MVP the new Terran Bone?
This becomes another Team Liquid article. It's just adulating like a bunch of pro gamers.
전승으로 현재 이 자리에 올라왔습니다. GSL 포인트 랭킹 1위의 의미가 어떤
There's like a blacked out picture with a guy who's got a question mark on his face, Perhaps he's the new Bachelor.
Whoa, look at this. All wins for MVP.
MVP needs to chill out, man.
지금까지
He needs to cut it out, man. He hasn't lost a game yet.
MVP doesn't lose.
No, he's really good.
He's like, no?
By the way, I have like a true theory about Leenock and why he's crushing right now.
A true theory?
A true theory, and I'm pretty sure that this theory could be done. Hey, I know there's some scientists out there watching this. Please scientifically prove this for me, because I'm pretty sure it's the case. So here it is. Leenock just crushed MLG, right? And Nesty was there. I think this is what happens. In the future, I think that Leenock is actually just a young Nesty. And in the future, Nesty invents time travel, of course. Who else would invent it?
Nobody
travels
else,
back in time and plays Zerg in this time so that Leenock can learn from him and become him.
Oh my God!
I'm pretty certain. Scientists, hit me up on Twitter. Let me know when you've proved this scientifically, because I'm pretty sure it's the case.
Some scientist right now is about to put hairspray in a monkey's eyes, but instead he's going to do something good for the world.
Thank you, scientist.
We need to see how this ape reacts to poison.
Oh my God, he dies. Look at that. He writes it in his notebook.
Well, thank God we have lots of monkeys. Anyways, this is the record here, as you can see, for these guys. MVP beating Nesty. Look at the lineup of people MVP actually had to play. It's insane. July, Dongergu, Nesty.
And just Nesty a lot.
Yeah. Here we have Gonzi and Snare Pult, MMA alive. Impressive history there, but not quite comparable to MVPs.
You know, Leenock's MLG run maybe a bit more impressive than that. Taking out most of the best players.
Clothes off.
In fact, Leenock beat like every MLG champion right in a row. I think.
So take off all your clothes. I am MVP.
I want to take my clothes off. Yeah.
Leenock actually just puts more clothes on. I'm like, damn. He gets in a hazmat suit.
Oh boy.
All right, cool. Nice lineup for maps.
Yep.
Why are you looking at me like that? I think it's a
I'm
nice
just
lineup
smiling
for
at you. I like you.
Thank you. I like you too.
MVP rolling up his sleeves a little bit. Now taking this cordy thing. Then do something with that. Plug it in.
Probably plug it in.
There we go. Plug that in right there.
He chokes out a little nerd. A very little nerd with it.
It's like those, what is it? Garrotes?
What?
The coupling things that you strangle people with if you're in the CIA?
Oh, I don't
like
know the word.
them?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I don't know. It's something like that.
Well, we're going to see what happens here. By the way, on the left, for Leenock, that's actually a hand warmer.
Yeah.
So he uses that to keep the blood in his hands warm.
That's important,
Which actually
man.
is very important. You cannot play StarCraft with cold hands.
That's true.
Somebody's like, what?
be done.
Really? No, I'm completely
Your hands
serious.
just do not move as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible on cold days, man. It's so hard to play StarCraft.
Yeah, it's really hard. Actually.
I used to, I lived...
I remember being at a tournament, actually, where it was like the event was held in like a big tent. And
I've been in those.
And I was like, listen, man, like, I can't play. Like, do not put me at the computer near the door. I'm actually too cold.
Yeah.
I cannot move my hands correctly.
I would actually go into the bathroom in between rounds at cold tournaments and run my hands under hot water and then sit on them inside my pants, like holding my butt cheeks to warm them up.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They just have to be warm, man.
That's how I want to prepare for a
But
tournament.
nowadays, when I go to a tournament, I just bring Tasis and put them near his heart.
Oh. When I prepare for a tournament, I put warm water in my hands and then I hold them on Artos' butt cheeks until it's time to play the game. Then I go. All right, Leenock up against MVP. Whoever wins this will be the favorite going into the finals. So this is pivotal moment here. Will MVP continue to be the most dominant force in StarCraft 2 in esports?
Some might even call him the MVP of StarCraft 2.
He's staying true to his name. Or is Leenock going to become Neo-Nesty? We're going to find out soon. I'm Tasis. With me is Artosis. And this is the GSL Codas. The greatest show ever. Take that, people from the future. You want to make fun of me? I'm already dead if you're watching this. I don't care.
Someone tomorrow's like, no, Tasis died.
In the upper right. We have our Zerg.
Leenock.
He's been knocking nerds out of tournaments left and right, man.
Well said.
Thanks.
In the bottom left, we have our Terran player. Right now, the Game Genie Terran.
I am MVP.
This is a pretty quick drone scout by Leenock.
Oh, look at this, Artosis.
Oh, interesting. But,
That's about as interesting as our stats. 49% of people thought that Leenock was going to win this. I'm not saying that he can't win this. I'm just surprised it's that close to MVP. I thought it was going to be something like 60-40.
Yeah, I think it's because of his MLG run. I mean, he really showed another level of play from what we're used to, and we've always been used to him being really good. So,
but you see, the beauty of this is that it's behind the smoke screen. He may panic and send the drone immediately to the center of the map. Will it work? I think he's going to check for it. Yep.
Does see exactly what's going on. Now, with that quick gas and no wall in, I do wonder what build MVP's actually going for here, whether it's going to be Reactored Hellions or perhaps Reaper.
He could, if he wanted to, just move it back. It might just be like one small little thing he does just to make sure that, well, just to see if Leenock perhaps bites the bait and then scrambles his build.
Yeah, good choice as well. I'm really excited to see what style we're going to see out of MVP. For Leenock, it's pretty standard. I mean, he's going to make a lot of drones, get as many bases as possible. Mutas, Lings, Banelings, maybe Infestors later on based upon what he sees in Scouts. But for MVP, this is a guy that has been doing mech recently a decent amount in this matchup. Not all the time, but a decent amount. So we have the factory on the way. No reactor yet. Perhaps that's what this barracks is about to do. Would not be surprised.
Okay, so we have the Overlord continuing to poke around the map.
Yeah, and Reactored Hellions.
Yep. That's fine. I think it was probably one of the better builds you could do for Game 1 against Leenock. Do a middle-of-the-road build. You know, get a litmus test for how solid he actually is against the best Terran player in the world, MVP, with the most standard build. Get a read on that.
And, in fact, another good thing about it is that Leenock's going to know, I guarantee he's watched every MVP game.
Yeah.
He's going to know that there's definitely a possibility for mech, and the opening of a Reactored Hellion is, it doesn't tell you one way or another. It tells you, oh, there's already a factory, and it transitions very well into bio as well, so could be anything. It's just Leenock is going to be pretty off guard.
So we have a little bit of downtime. Basically, he's going to keep cranking out Hellions. We don't know the exact number because it can vary. And from there, we're going to see where the game goes. I mean, we're just going to have a little bit of downtime here, guys, so sit tight. So, Artosis.
Yes.
What is your take on the Spork?
I actually do own one Spork, a titanium Spork, in fact, that my brother got for me for my birthday once.
Okay,
and
hold the phone. Your brother got you a Spork for your birthday?
Yeah. Not everyone's rich tastes. I don't know. It was like, I think you got off like Think Geek or something.
Think Geek?
Yeah, like it's a site with all sorts of kind of nerdy little things that you can get.
Oh, sick. He's getting 2 command centers.
Oh, that is cool. But the Spork Tasteless, to get back on point, instead of talking about this silly game, no, I'm joking, it's not silly, but to get back on point to your question, the Spork, I like my Spork. Plastic Sporks can be useful because if you're using plastic utensils, obviously you're somewhere that you just need it to be functional. But my Spork, I do like it. It matters exactly what you're eating. Oftentimes, it just happens so often that I'm out of forks and I'm eating spinach and I have to use a Spork. In that case, it's not so good. But with other foods, it's good. Can be very useful. Very good, in fact. Again, I was just saying very good against eggs. That's kind of a funny way to put it.
It's a great matchup against the Eggman.
Yeah. It's very easy to eat eggs with a Spork.
I like the Zerg's wall in here. You know, he's got the Evo chamber down there at the bottom. That's going to make the Zerg, the Terran, a little bit apprehensive about trying to just dart up there.
And the 6 Hellions, Leenock reacting properly. He's getting a second Spine Crawler. He has some Speedlings up there. And a Marauder. That's going to be a scary thing, basically, for Leenock.
I think Leenock's going to think he's being all in.
Yeah.
It's so smart by MVP. It's so smart.
In fact, we do have some more Lings on the way. A Baneling Nest. He's being pretty careful. He's making... Oh, he does have the 2 Spine Crawlers. He has all his Queens up front, so he's missing a few injects here and there. This is actually just some high-level mind games going on, because that Marauder actually... I mean, it has no use other than that.
Okay, so we have the engineering bay on the way here. And right now, I got to say, MVP is looking slick.
Yeah, this is all really well thought out, really intelligent. He's going to get that reactor starport up, and then I'm sure he'll start siege tanks right away because he does have the 3 command centers. So that's just like a smart move. You know, get get those Siege Tanks out so you can actually take that third base safely. Floating it down to the low ground to make it there. Moving that depot so you can make a tech lab.
Okay, so the Baneling's Nest here, in the, also great for this little kind of wall off. I'm wondering when he's going to float that command center. And I'm also wondering if he'll actually float that to the normal third or what. I mean, he could technically float that to the upper left third base.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't think he'll put it there, though, because if you're going to go there, I think you're going to want a planetary. It's going to be a hard place to go
Actually,
defend.
you know what? You're right. And also, if he was really going to go there, he probably would have just built it there. You don't build the command center in your main and then float it somewhere secret.
Yeah,
That doesn't make any
a little
sense
bit more
unless
rare.
it's like an island or something.
I don't think we have any islands on any pro maps right now.
Not ones that you can't get to by destroying rocks.
Yeah.
Which I don't. I think there should be some islands.
Well, I'd like to test around with it a little bit, certainly.
Well, that Marauder just got so damn lucky.
Yeah,
It's like the
man.
most badass Marauder
It's actually
ever.
funny because the Banelings, it's the perfect little combo because the Banelings, oh, look at this. Actually, the Spinecrawler's coming down. And there you go. Using Stim even. Spinecrawler's taking a lot of damage, but not targeting them really. But anyways, that little thing that we just saw with the Marauder, you can't kill it with the Lings because the Hellions will torch the Lings, and it takes too many Banelings to kill. So actually running away was the right choice. It was really kind of a cute little thing. And oh my god, that's a lot of Speedlings! And he doesn't get them quite right, especially with those Marines stimming and running forward. 7 Mutas and Baneling speed almost done, while MVP does finally take his third base. Siege mode on the way, some Siege Tanks as well. Just both players playing very standardly right now, but the problem is that MVP has that third up before Leenock. In fact, 54 SCVs to 56 drones.
I love how he left the Marauder there at that expansion. It's these little things that he's doing. I mean, why not a Hellion? Why not a Marine? Well, he doesn't need the Marauder right now, but the Marauder's, of course, tougher than a Zergling, and obviously tougher than a drone. I don't know, it's smart.
Dude.
It's these little subtle things about MVP's playstyle that I just totally am in love with.
And those Hellions doing a pretty good job against these Lings. I'm surprised he's investing the Lings so heavily when he has the Mutas there. But MVP is actually making some of the best missile turrets I've seen. He's got great positioning on everything he has. His third is up quicker. He has, like, seriously, his missile turrets are awesome right now. He can't be harassed. He's actually foolproof against harassment. And Leenock actually making a lot of Lings and a lot of Banes. He might be going for an attack
go for
here.
a bust, actually.
In fact, I think he is, Tasus.
Well, he has to be. I mean, if he's making the Banelings right out there.
Only 2 Siege Tanks out, so this is going to be kind of scary. He might actually be able to do this. This may happen, Tasteless.
It is right now.
Here we
the
go.
Zerglings, the Banelings moving down now. The Mutas.
Targeting those Banes as best he can, spreading out the Marines. Does he have enough Banelings?
He does.
Oh, wow, a lot of damage being dealt here. Oh, a Siege Tank being left alive and killing a lot of those Banes. But that third base in a lot of trouble. Medevacs being taken out, and Leenock takes the supply lead. Wow, MVP just a little bit too greedy here. Greed is becoming the name of the game in high-level StarCraft 2, and that's actually good. That's actually a good thing because that will players will eventually tone it back and figure it out, man. Thank God the days of 1 and 2 base all-ins are gone.
Brilliant. Takes out the turret. Some more Lings and Mutas gathering up here. Now here's one way MVP could come back. If he can gun down the hatch.
Oh yeah, that's actually huge if he does that.
Look at that. He's microing the Marines away. It's going to get it. This game's going to get crazy if he can actually shoot that down. He has to just try to get it down. There's no way he's going to get out of there anyways.
Targeting Mutas now.
Yeah, he realizes, no way the hatch is going to go down. Smart move. I'll at least take out a Muta or 2.
And there's a lot of damage there, so Leenock has to be very careful. Leenock right now taking a big drone lead. He's going to be up to 77 drones in just a second as those 10 finish against just 58 SCVs. 2 factories up for MVP, realizing that he needs a lot more Siege Tanks against attacks like we just saw. And, ooh, I love that, man. Look at that. A couple burrowed Lings right there. Says, nope.
Nope.
Waste a Mule.
Nope.
Mule worth a lot more than 2 Lings. Oh! Almost. Leenock continuing great upgrades. +2 melee on the way. Already has 1/1 for his Zerglings. +2 Mutalisk attack on the way as well. But a Thor is going to be popping out, Tasteless, and that's going to help out immensely against the Mutas with no armor.
I don't know why that was funny, but it was. All right, he is finally able to take out those Zerglings. Leenock, again, he's always doing these little subtle things.
Yeah.
He's always the guy who's dropping the creep at your next natural base. He's always got sometimes even a Zergling Bro there with the creep. And it's all these little subtle things that if a good player doesn't catch on and fix that right away, he loses.
Yeah.
Or he loses enough time that Leenock can take a massive lead.
Exactly. You know, tiny little advantages over time turn into a massive lead. There's no question about that. And Leenock is one of those Zergs that's really figuring that out so well and all the different ways how to do it. Now he is taking a 4th base. I like the location. I love he's taking down the rocks.
Yeah, it's great.
That's a very hard location.
So accessible.
Yeah, and how does MVP really attack there? That's going to be a hard place to attack, no doubt about it. MVP getting ready with some droppage. Just 2 Marines being simmed. Now that is just so beautiful to see, man. What? There we go. Thor coming up. But the 2 Marines sim at first, awesome. And does have to pick that up. Unfortunately,
intercept this.
Yeah, that drop is not long for this world.
All right, he's going to try to dump out over here. It doesn't matter.
Nothing. A lot of mutas are out right now. 23, in fact. And Leenock is everywhere.
Yeah, Leenock's got some bulletproof defense. By the way, it's 180 supply for the Terran, 194 here for the Zerg. And he's going to push out. So now it's the big moment, guys. We've been building up to this point in time.
He doesn't have a ton of siege tanks, but Leenock doesn't actually have a ton of units. So we see some of them getting taken out. MVP wants to kill this base over here so badly.
Looks like he actually will.
Yeah, there's not enough banelings out on the map right now, actually. Leenock is getting pathogen glands, and look at that. I love that. Stemming just a few off, but a siege tanks. Uh-oh. MVP could be in a lot of trouble here. He does have 2-1 against the 2-1 of his opponent, so very even upgrades. But MVP losing all these medevacs, that is a terrible thing. In fact, he's going to lose his whole army over here, too.
All right, very nice here.
Wow.
Those mutas just cleaning that up. But, you know, he did take out that 3rd base, so even though Leenock held up the, wiped out the attackers, I should say, the mission was a success for MVP. He got rid of the base.
Certainly, yeah.
I mean, 3-base Terran versus 3-base Zerg, I would be totally fine being that Terran. Now, here's what he's going to do. He's going to push again, get a medevac, and head that towards that expansion over there. Now, we're going to see if it actually gets over there or not. But where is that medevac? I saw, okay, it's up the upper left. Yeah. All right, I couldn't see it on the minimap for a second. My
meantime, we do have a lot of banelings underway. The Greater Spire being made, a lot more lings as well. And this is a hard position for MVP, man. I really like Leenock's position over his. There's not enough siege tanks out to really deal with all these banelings. Here we go.
If he gets this hatch, actually I don't think he will. It should be denied pretty easily.
But he should be able to gather. The mutas are way out of position right now for that.
Yeah. And MVP, again, just slowly occupying more and more and more of the map.
And he's building some extra Thors, which, he doesn't have enough siege tanks. Infestor Baneling going to be just so strong against him because of that. In fact, he has only 2 siege tanks, and that's nowhere near enough. The one thing that is good, he is keeping Leenock down to 3 base over and over. If he does kill it, that would be pretty huge. Muta's flying down to try to deal with it. I'm surprised he did not send any lings.
Is he going to get this? He stems one more time. Actually, no.
Not
halfway
quite.
when I was like, I actually realized it was just not going to die no matter what, but I had to keep going, you know?
That's all right. He made it exciting. Thank you.
All right, the mutas. You know, MVP's got to be careful. He's actually getting a lot of...
He's trying to sneak in and kill these hatches, and it's just not working.
Happening. You'd think at least one of them would have worked, but it's not. All right, he's going to try again.
Oh, this is so funny. The mutas are, like, right there. And...
oh, my God!
Oh! 57 hit points. Oh, man. Oh, geez, Louise. In fact, he does have another drop out on the top left. And here we go. MVP has decided now is the time. Here is the place. Leenock a little bit out of position. His lings and banelings are all over the place. But the Broodlords are going to push everything back. He has killed that hatchery off. Broodlords pushing back siege tanks and Thors and Marines.
Okay, so he brings out the Queens because he wants to transfuse onto the Broodlords.
That's pretty good. And they're all alone. You never fight alone with Broodlords. No!
Oh, no, he's down to just 2. And that actually might cost Leenock the game. And no, I know it doesn't seem like it should be as big of a deal as it is, but
yeah,
Broodlords are so important.
That Broodlord count, that's what he was going for the killing move. But you just can't lose him, man. And look at this. MVP kind of all over the place. Is Leenock actually starting to fall apart? We even have a drop in the main base.
Everywhere.
He's also going to lose that other expansion at the top left.
He did lose, and he lost expansion at the bottom right, too.
And there you go, yeah. All expansions being killed. All your base are belong to MVP.
He is so good.
Yeah,
you know, it's so funny because Leenock was holding his own against MVP, and then within the course of about a minute.
I feel like with the army he had before, he could have probably killed off MVP's army, but engaging with just the Broodlords, he lost too many, and now MVP has a good number of Thors, a decent number of Marines. He's got great upgrades. He's got that +3 attack. The +3 armor is about to finish. He's got some Vikings out. Whereas Leenock, you know, his army isn't really getting that much better. He's adding some Broodlords. But
oh, no!
Oh, big deal right there.
There's something going for Leenock.
Yep.
Leenock's mutas are everywhere.
In fact, Leenock right now going after this planetary, but the Thors up there are going to give him a hard time. Luckily, he has staying magic boxed.
Oh my god. Well, there goes a bunch of mutas. That was about 6 or 7 mutas killed off really quickly. And the problem right now for Leenock is because he's doing a great job defending for most of these drops for the most part. The problem is he ever going to have a 4th base up and running for very long? Because eventually base 2 and 3 are going to run out of minerals, and that's when things are going to start getting ugly.
Well, here come the Broodlords. This is a very important moment. If he deals with the Broodlords cost efficiently, he should be good to win the game. But this is Leenock's chance. He knows he has all those Queens of Theory. He has Infestor. He has a lot of Banelings. We will see if he can do it.
Out at all? No ghosts for snipe, right? Okay. All right, here we go.
And, well, losing a lot of Banelings there. Some mutas going down as well.
Nice transfusion there on the Broodlords. How much more energy did the Queens? Queens actually have a lot of energy.
And notice how the Thor is covering those Vikings as the mutas fly up as the anti-air here. Queens, of course, can be anti-air as well.
He's doing it, man.
Yeah, all these transfuses, man. He's doing a great job, but MVP still has a lot of supply, still has a lot of units. And he's going for it. The Banelings coming in here, but a lot of Marines are left over. Corruptors coming up. How many Broodlords? Oh my god, he still has a lot of Broodlords. But the Marines in range of these Corruptors right now, doing a lot of damage to them as they are taken out finally.
The supply right now for MVP is down to 105, 131 right now for Leenock.
So many great transfusions this game, Tasteless. Absolutely awesome play by Leenock and MVP. But it looks like Leenock's may have been a bit better. 99 supply to 127.
Leenock is actually baby Nestea. This is so sick, Artosis.
That's right, Tasteless. Leenock should be happy. Know he's going to live for 1,000 years because that's how old Nestea was when he came back in time.
Yeah. Well, Leenock now has 2 fresh operational bases. The center one, a little bit to the north, and the upper left starting location. So, damn, man.
Yeah, this is actually insane. Leenock has played so well, and he's making 7 Infestors now. Knowing that Siege Shanks are gone, Infestors can actually dominate all the units that MVP is making right now. You know, Vikings and Marines and a few Thors mixed in. Infestor is the name of the game.
It is.
MVP almost not mining, floating his main command center over towards the middle. But Leenock just has too much. Yeah. Goodbye, Vikings.
I can't believe it. MVP's actually doing it. I mean, Leenock's actually doing it, excuse me. All he has to do is take out this force in the middle and one more time destroy that expansion in the lower center. And that's it.
Well, MVP still trying to fight back right now. Some good fungal growths going off. The Thor has been repaired, so he'll take a while to kill.
Oh my god, he actually is going to go to the hatchery. I didn't even notice its health was that low until like the last second. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It's actually going to die.
Well done.
Well, maybe Leenock has got to try a little bit harder here.
Well, I mean, it's not completely over. Leenock definitely has a pretty decent lead, though. He's making so many Infestors.
He may have overmade Infestors.
You know, I feel like against the unit composition that MVP's going, he hasn't. It's the Thor can't really be killed by the Infestors. He could get Neural, but what's the point? Just fungling all of the Marines and maybe even the SCVs at that 3rd base, or 4th base rather, are good choices.
Let's see if he can hold his base over here. Okay, a drop in the main, killing off Zerglings. That's huge. That means no more Zerglings or Banelings for a little bit. Artosis, what the hell is going on?
Well,
is MVP actually going to come back?
I mean, there is a possibility. And, oh, nice scan right there. Good choice. No, the Thor. Oh, my God. Leenock just made a huge mistake. over on the ramp near this base that I guess we'll never show
we
you.
need to get a shot of the ramp, Jay. We can get a shot of the ramp of the upper left base.
No, not gonna
I think it's
happen.
too late. No. The Thor was blocking
basically
all that.
the Thor killed off a ton of infestors and then just ran away from infested Terrans.
Okay, so this is actually how good MVP is. MVP is actually dead, and he comes back from the dead, not as a zombie.
And looks like he will kill this all off with the
Dude,
infested
what?
Terrans.
This is
I don't
actually
know.
happening. I can't believe I'm even casting this game.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. 4 Ultras are on the way, but MVP's supply continues to go up. And he lost so many infestors, man. He had a ton of infestors. The Thor ended up killing so many of them, though. He still has a good number. He has 10 infestors still, but...
This is brutal, man.
Yeah, this is a wild game, actually, to be honest.
He really is.
At this point, Leenock is really not even mining, but he still has a very good army.
Well,
I think his MVP
actually,
is...
MVP's officially won this. If you take a close look over here on the minimap, there's nothing left. It was so close for a little bit, but I don't know, man. I can't believe MVP was actually
With the Ultras
good.
coming out, this is going to be the last chance for Leenock.
Yeah, and he's going to have to come way back, take out this army, move all the way down, take out the base we have a shot of now, and secure his own base. And that's a pretty tall order.
Well, here he goes. He's going to bring the drones as well. A very close game. So back and forth, in fact. And Leenock is not mining at all. His income is actually 0 on everything. Uh-oh.
All right, he's dropping over here.
Very good fungals right now.
It's really smart of MVP to do this. He brings his army over here and kind of pulls Leenock back. Meanwhile, MVP is just getting the best possible defense again up. Note, that is not a planetary, that expansion, so that is actually a killable thing. Nice fungals.
Fungal going off. Ultra's trying to be cost efficient here, but there is just too much Tasteless.
Okay, nice.
Should be GG.
Wow.
So that game was actually super interesting in the way it went. It was so back and forth, and both players made these little mistakes that really gave huge advantages to their opponents. For instance, MVP taking that third base that quickly. Leenock just made a ton of banelings and rolled through him. We also had at the end when Leenock lost all those infestors. In the middle where Leenock lost a lot of Broodlords, there were all these little points where it's like, oh my god, it looks like he has just enough to get the lead that will win him the game. And then the mistake is made, which is fine. This is that was an unbelievably well-played and high-level game. You can't expect anyone to play a perfect game, but wow. MVP really stayed calm because he was dead a couple times. He was in...
Dude,
Leenock had some scary armies.
He looked so dead.
Yeah.
I mean, there were periods where I was like, okay, MVP, you probably should leave the game right now and save your energy.
And then he just
something else.
drops everywhere at once, kills hatcheries and a spawning pool, and it's like, wow. And he kills 4 Broodlords that are out in the open. It's like, oh,
MVP's
God.
like in the booth. He's like, his hands are just like glowing. He's like, oh my God. The prophecy is true.
The prophecy is
I
true.
am the chosen one. He is sick. All right, so we're going to go to the next map, which is going to be on dual site. I don't know if Leenock can beat MVP after that game. I do not know.
Well, that's going to be a sad one for him because, again, he had so many infestors, and he was going Ultra Tech against, Marine, some Vikings, and, a Thor. And then what you guys didn't get to see is he was running into a Thor on a ramp and lost so many infestors.
Yeah, we didn't
I was
get a
just like,
shot
oh,
of
wow,
this.
he can actually go up, fungal everything, and throw down infested Terrans everywhere, and MVP can't mine. He could walk through the middle of the map with just his infestors at that point, but he split them up and lost a bunch of them all over the place, used a lot of energy, not necessarily that efficiently, and MVP was able to just squeeze that one out, man. That was really close, though.
It was pretty sick,
He
man.
squeezed that one out like it was the last of the toothpaste in the toothpaste tube.
Let me tell you something. I am actually able to make that last forever. I have this weird theory where I don't actually believe that the toothpaste runs out.
Yeah.
I just keep squeezing it. It just keeps coming out.
Yeah.
I roll it up and it's still there. And it won't go away until somebody else uses it.
I buy fancy toothpaste and it comes in the smaller toothpaste containers.
Do you have little diamonds in your toothpaste?
No.
It really gets the black out.
Yeah. I like Tom's All Natural
Listen,
Maine
diamonds
toothpaste.
are evil, Artosis.
So nice.
You know where diamonds come from?
Oh, diamonds are evil.
Can't believe you have diamond toothpaste, Artosis.
I know.
All right, get a cubic zirconium. It looks the same.
No, but it doesn't look as good.
It doesn't look
People
as
can
nice.
tell.
I don't want a fake fur coat. I want to make sure an animal died. All right, we are going to game number 2 here on Dual Side. I hope it's as awesome as the first game we had. It was a lot of fun to cast that. It was a lot of fun to watch that. I can't wait to get this game going here. Leenock against MVP here at the GSL Codes.